Okay, here it is. Pumpkinhead 3, Ashes to Ashes. You know, I review a lot of good, bad horror movies on this channel, and Pumpkinhead 3, Ashes to Ashes is one of those horror movies that is just plain bad, and is better left forgotten.
What you're doing is going to cause you pain. Sorrowful pain. Kind of just never goes away till the day you die, and on and on.
Released in the year 2006, Pumpkinhead 3 Ashes to Ashes was something I always wanted to watch, but never knew where to watch it. And that's due to Pumpkinhead's rights being owned by the SciFi channel. Now, if you're not familiar with the SciFi channel, they make a lot of very low-budget horror movies and sci-fi movies. Think of them as even the lower version of Full Moon Pictures. Pumpkinhead 3 was so bad that it was hard for me to actually come up with something other to say than this movie fucking sucks. Something I was not expecting was seeing two big names when it comes to horror movies and sci-fi being in this movie. One being Doug Bradley, who plays Pinhead from Hellraiser, and Lance fucking Hendrickson coming back to reprise his role as Ed Harley.
Don't bring that vengeance back for a second time. Don't do it.
Definitely something I wasn't expecting, since Pumpkinhead 2 Blood Wings just completely retcons everything from the first film. This story is supposed to pick up 20 some odd years later after the events of the first film. Now here's something that I found really funny. The hillbilly town that Lance Hendrickson's character Ed Harley was from ends up turning into a complete shithole. It basically becomes the hillbilly version of Gotham City, where drugs, murder, and the black market for organ harvesting takes place.
A kidney! Whoa! Where'd you get that? How much can you get for it?
As I watched the film, at the very beginning, I'm wondering just what the fuck is going on here. What does this have to do with the first film's story at all? Doug Bradley, as the doctor of this town, I guess, is illegally harvesting organs from dead bodies and also kidnapping people around town and murdering them.
Can't let him go. Skin is skin. And you know how much a fresh kidney's worth.
Whatever you say, Doc.
And this is the little funny twist here that they don't even really explain to you until near the middle of the movie, that the doctor's posse that he has around him that abducts people and murders them are all children that came from the hillbilly commune that you saw in the first film. Also, Bunt Wallace makes a return. If you remember, he was the little hillbilly kid in the first film that helped Ed Harley fight against Pumpkinhead or try to escape Pumpkinhead. The confusing thing was they didn't bring back the original actor. They replaced him with this guy.
You keep out of my head, Ed Harley. You keep out of my brain. You stay where you belong. In hell.
I'm just assuming with a movie that stars Bishop and Pinhead, they must have blown all the movie's expenses on those two actors alone, and it does show.
Ed Harley shot himself?
If you remember, one of my biggest complaints from Pumpkinhead 2 Blood Wings was how horrible Pumpkinhead actually looked in the film. He went from looking amazing in the first film, being designed by Stan Winston, to looking like a cheap flea market version pinata of Pumpkinhead, to Pumpkinhead 3 being a mixture of both horrible CGI and flea market Pumpkinhead pinata.
Who am I? I'm Spider-Man.
In this movie, it looks like Pumpkinhead's dumb little brother took over, and his head is compacted more, and he's very short. He's almost the size of a regular person, and every time you see him walk, he's like, "Move, bitch, get out the way."
X gon' give it to ya. Fuck, wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to ya. Knock, knock, open up the doors.
The CGI is by far laughable. We're talking about a low-budget horror movie, but directly funded by the SciFi channel, a TV channel that makes millions of dollars on ad revenue alone. They couldn't afford better CGI than this?
That's all, folks.
I mean, that's PlayStation 1 graphics right there. I mean, at least it's not as bad as the Pumpkinhead 2 Bloodwings game. What I found hilarious in this movie was how much Pumpkinhead did not give a fuck about who he killed. Generally, in the Pumpkinhead lore of these films, Pumpkinhead is called to take vengeance on individuals who have done wrong to people in the town. So why, in this movie, does Pumpkinhead kill innocent bystanders of the town, the police, and a reverend? Not only that, but I would love to be able to say that Lance Henriksen put on a great performance in this movie, but you can tell that this was very much like almost phoned in. You could tell that Lance Henriksen almost acts like he doesn't want to be there. He read the script and he's like, "Oh cool, a Pumpkinhead 3 movie. They're bringing me back. Wait a minute. This is shit."
Vengeance is coursing through her blood. Poison. It's a sorrowful thing.
Same goes for Doug Bradley. I'd love to be able to say he put on a stellar performance, but it just seems like he also was just there to collect a paycheck. Him and Lance Henriksen were probably sitting in the back of this movie in between takes and were like, "God, I can't wait for this fucking thing to be over." Easy ass money.
Calm down and tell me what happened.
Pumpkinhead, it's real.
I knew it!
So on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say Pumpkinhead 3 Ashes to Ashes is exactly what its title is. It's a 3. It is fucking piss poor. It is way too fucking long. This movie's like an hour and 45 minutes and most of it is filler. It's like shit that you don't care about, and you can tell that they really tried to present you with things in the film and make them be like serious dramatic things that you're supposed to feel bad for the characters, when in fact you have no fucking idea who these people are. You have no fucking idea on their backstories. You have no fucking inkling of why they're upset to the point that they are, or why the town, in fact, is such a fucking piece of shit now compared to what it was. Granted, the first Pumpkinhead, I think, was supposed to be set in the 80s, and this is 2006. But still, what the fuck? Another thing that's annoying is Pumpkinhead doesn't really do anything creative when he kills people this time. At least in the first one and the second one, he kind of killed people in a funny way. In this one, he brings back the bitch slapping maneuver over and over again. And other than that, he really likes to just slash people's throats in one move with his fingernail. That's it. You're not going to see him busting people in half. You're not going to see him crushing someone with his foot. You're not going to see him hanging someone from a tree like he did in the first film and drop them on their fucking head. No, it's very bottom of the barrel fucking horror kills in this one. It's like, why did you even bother to make this movie? It feels like you just literally you took some X-Lax and you took the Pumpkinhead DVD and you shit on it and you're like, here's Pumpkinhead 3, enjoy. Now, for the biggest sin of this fucking movie, is that this movie is really fucking hard to come by. Yeah. I don't know how or why, but this movie is the hardest out of all of the Pumpkinhead movies to find and get a hold of. Unless you have a subscription to the SciFi channel on regular cable TV to watch it. You go out to look for this movie on any streaming service, it's not fucking there. You go buy this fucking movie anywhere on DVD, and it's fucking expensive. It's an expensive movie. We're talking about 30, 40, 50. I saw this movie going in a double pack with like other movies like Candyman and shit for like $70. What the fuck? Do not, I repeat, please do not do this to yourself. The only way I could see this movie was to buy it. I actually went out and hunted all over eBay and Amazon for a couple weeks to find this DVD for a good price. $10 is what I found it for, and Candyman DVD it came with was fucking scratched. Thanks. So whatever you do, if you're gonna go out to try to find this movie and watch it somewhere, do not pay more than fucking like a few dollars for it, because this movie is really not worth it. I feel like I wasted my fucking time. The reason why it took so long for me to make this review was because the first time I did watch this movie, and yes, I just said the first time I watched this movie, I was just like, this movie's so fucking terrible. How am I gonna make a review on this? It's just so bad. It's gonna be me saying it sucks. That's how I thought about it at first, and that's why it took so long for me to watch it. And a month went by and I forgot everything that fucking happened in the movie. So I had to rewatch it, and it didn't get any better. I couldn't find anything really like to pull out of it that was good, so I had to watch it a second time, and holy shit, it just drove the nail into my fucking head that this movie is beyond fucking bad. It is not worth your time to watch it. It's not worth your money to seek it out. If you're able to find it free online and watch it, I would say fucking do that if you can. Otherwise, skip this one altogether. You know, at this point, there's only one more Pumpkinhead movie for me to watch and review, and I'm like kind of dreading that one because of how bad 2 was, and then how extremely bad 3 was. Now, I would almost say at this point, when you're looking at the Pumpkinhead franchise, just erase all the other ones out of your memory and stick with the first one and the first one only. Like, do not go out and seek out the rest of the sequels. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was not fun for me to have to watch Pumpkinhead 3 twice, and also, now that I fucking own this movie, I don't even own the second one on DVD, which is whatever. And I can't even watch the Candyman DVD it came with because it's fucking scratched up. Thanks seller on Amazon or eBay or wherever I got it. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know this was like extremely just me shit talking on a movie, but it's hard to pull comedy out of a fucking turd, man. It really is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you on the next movie review. This is Forrest, this is Retro or Die. Be sure to hit subscribe and like, and I'll see you later.